Now, today in Liverpool, there's an event taking place called the Convention of the North. Business and political leaders across the north of England are meeting up to talk about the next steps in the so-called levelling up agenda, tackling big inter-regional inequalities across the UK. Our North West reporter Bradley Harris is live from the Spine building where the convention's happening. Brad, you and I were broadcasting together from Macclesfield, Burnley, Blackpool during last week's GBNews North West Week. What are local business and political leaders gathered in Liverpool telling you today?
Yeah, well, Liam, as you say, we've spent the last week in the Northwest talking about levelling up, and it is a big issue for the North. But right here in the Spine building, as you say, currently the UK's healthiest building, business leaders, political leaders are all meeting here in this building, just upstairs, in fact, to talk about how levelling up is going to work in the North and how quickly as well. We heard from the white paper just a few days ago that gave a bit more of a clear indication as to how it would work in the North. 12 measures that are set to be completed by 2030. I was speaking to Sir Roger Marsh, who is the chair of the Leeds City region. He told me what he expects the North to be like in 2030. Let's just hear his thoughts.
By 2030, I hope we will be well on the journey to becoming a net contributing economy. In other words, we add to national wealth rather than depend on it generated elsewhere. And that's important for two reasons. There's a pride point, actually, we make a contribution, but importantly for those other areas that have the same poverty and deprivation challenges we have in the North, to keep more of what they earn to fix those problems for society, because that's a healthy, vibrant economy. And if we're to play a full part in global Britain, then this economy, and let's remember, if the North was a country on its own, it would be in the top 25 economies of the world. So if it's not punching its weight, then the UK is not punching its weight, and it's all about that.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Connecting the UK, not just in London, but connecting London with the North and having that two-way system. One big theme here today at the Convention of the North is about collaboration. The Mayor of Greater Manchester, Andy Burnham, says that we need to work with the government, and we have been working with the government. Steve Rotherham, the Metro Mayor of the Liverpool City region, says that we kicked off the Industrial Revolution with our mills and our ports. We can do the same again and lead the way with green energy. So lots of big discussions happening here, Liam. We've got Michael Gove, the Secretary of State for Levelling Up and Communities, talking in just over a couple of hours' time. It'll be interesting to hear his thoughts later on today.
Bradley Harris, our GBNews North West correspondent. Good to see you, Brad.